You're watching breaking news you could use on channel 16.
Hey, what time is it?
News.
What time is it? It's time to chase chicken.
Breaking news you could use. Now listen, the Kia Boys, man. They're sticking a USB in the ignition. I'm starting right up. Tuning, don't tune out. Let's go.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for The Spotlight. I'm David Rose, and we begin tonight with the crackdown on criminals continuing to steal cars. The good news is that for the third month in a row, vehicle thefts are down more than 20%. The Puget Sound Auto Theft Task Force says that's partly due to several key arrests of the Kia Boys.
Giving you
and
the
the work
news
continues.
today, Channel 16 News.
Four teens decided to run from deputies in a stolen Hyundai. Two of them were armed. If they didn't steal the car, they wouldn't be here. Lights and sirens blaring behind them, hearts pounding with adrenaline, watching their futures dim as they try to outrun the police radio, only to eventually find themselves face down in the dirt.
Good spikes, good spikes, good spikes.
They hit the spikes, popping the tires, then leap out of the car, and the race is on.
Go that way! Go that way! On the trail! On the trail! That's the driver, that's the driver.
Deputies catch the driver and quickly get him into handcuffs. Then they warn another teen. They have a taser, and they're ready to use it.
I got 70,000 bullets to your back. Put your hands behind your back slowly or you're going to get it. You understand?
Yeah.
Deputies found a loaded gun on one of the teens. They say they found
Attention. High-speed pursuit in progress. Use extreme caution.
This is video from Pursuit Alert, the company behind the app. The digital alerts are available right now in 6 states, but not in Washington state yet. Ken Morgan from the company says he's working to change that and is in discussions with multiple law enforcement agencies.
The bad guys always run out in front, and they're usually driving fast. So our whole goal is for an innocent motorist to raise their awareness for at least 30 or 45 seconds to start looking around and watching for what's coming.
He says the cost for police is about $200 per patrol car plus a monthly usage fee. Weigh that against one death of a bystander, which can cost a city or county more than $1 million. He showed me the piece of hardware that goes in the patrol car.
It's about the size of a small TV remote that plugs into the computer in the police car. And has a small antenna that fits on the dash. When the officer gets involved in a pursuit, they will merely push the pursuit button. There's also like an emergency response button. The blue is pursuit, red is for emergency response or code 3 or lights and siren, whatever different agencies call them. The yellow button is something that we more recently added as a move over warning that goes out just the back of the patrol car to try to protect officers on the side of interstates and in the roadway on traffic stops or on accident scenes.
They're also building software technology that would be compatible with the patrol car's computer, so the hardware would not be needed. Digital Siren also works right now with the Waze app. We'll keep you posted when it's ready for use here. Now an update on a suspect in a stolen truck accused of causing a crash that killed a father and left his 4-year-old son in the ICU. This week, Pedro Garcia pleaded not guilty. The wreck happened last month in SeaTac, and we've learned the child is out of the hospital. Court documents show officers followed Garcia after spotting him in a stolen pickup truck. They called off the pursuit as soon as he refused to stop. That's when Garcia hit the father and son who were out for a Sunday drive. 42-year-old Oscar Morales Saucedo died at the hospital. Investigators say Garcia took off running. He was caught the next day at a rest stop. Court documents say he told detectives that he was the driver of the truck responsible and did not mean to harm them.
This is one of those Kia stealing kids. I swear, I'm gonna crack your phone.
They're called the TikTok Kia Boys. Teens like these four stealing cars.
Hey man, I'm telling you, Kia is going to be out of business. Hey, they taking the USB cord, sticking it in the ignition. Right up there. Now listen, y'all shouldn't do this, man. Don't try this at home, because you get caught doing this, they sending you up the road. But look, yeah, man, breaking news you can use.
What the Kia Boys doing, man?
The social media platform is brimming with Kia and Hyundai hack videos. The clips show how to hotwire the vehicles using just a USB cable. The technique takes advantage of a design flaw in the ignition systems of both brands of vehicles. The Kia Boys meme began in the Midwest back in 2021, but it has spread coast to coast since then. Kias or Hyundais now account for 21% of car thefts in Philly, 33% of the thefts in Minneapolis. In a stolen Kia Forte with the blanket over the broken side window, they called 911. When no officers showed up, Shannon says she got out and started taking video of them.
This is one of those Kia stealing kids. I swear, I'm gonna crack your phone.
She has 3 teens and wanted their parents to see what these kids were doing.
They definitely are dangerous kids.
Shannon says the guy in the Santa hat got really angry.
He goes up to the car and lifts up the blanket. And when he lifts up the blanket, he yelled at the kids that, you know, we should jump this B word. And all the kids got out of the car.
She says they started coming towards her. She had her purse with her gun inside.
I have a concealed weapons permit, and I told them that they need to not come at me aggressively or make me fearful for my life. And at that point, I think they kind of got the hint, and they started heading back towards the car.
What she didn't know at the time is that Tacoma police say these teens had just committed a serious felony crime.
They shot into an occupied residence. Thankfully, no one was struck by these bullets, but we are trying to identify them so they can be taken into custody and go to court for these charges.
Deputies found the stolen Kia abandoned in Lakewood. Then police learned the kid in the red, just 13 years old, was the victim of a shooting the next day. He was already charged with possession of a stolen vehicle and wanted for 2 robberies.
We are taking juveniles into custody for some very serious crimes.
But then he was released on electronic home monitoring.
I just think that parents really need to pay attention to their kids a lot more than they do these days.
White pig.
Shannon says she wasn't bothered by what the teen called her, but she is upset about the current catch and release policies.
If they're in the car that they've stolen and then they run from the police can't pull them over, not unless they've done something and they know they have. So then they just run. They can't do anything. And then if they do catch them, then the police can't talk to them because of the laws in Washington. And so they can only talk to them with a lawyer, and the lawyer's just going to tell the kids not to talk. So